Spiritual self-care. Have you ever thought of making your spiritual self-care your priority? We all know about how to take care of your body, but did you know that taking care of your spirit is the most direct route to all your bodies? Mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Taking time out to do this has such vital importance now. This weekend, I had the pleasure of taking the weekend off and going to a wellness resort spa hotel experience here in Germany. It was just a few hours' ride on the train, and I ended up in this beautiful wonderland of snow and seclusion in the hills of the Garmisch region of Bavaria. It was such a wonderful time. After having quite a few harrowing work weeks in terms of paperwork, taxes, German immigration requirements, and so many bureaucratic and administrative things that were to me so tedious, time-consuming, and unrelenting in their demands, it was a real push for me. And I got it all done. Phew! I really think this mountain of paperwork I knew I had to do has been the reason I've held back from creating more offers and telling you about them. I just had so many things to take care of by the end of the year. Now, all I could think of, or rather feel, that I really wanted to do was get out of town, change of scenery, out of my office, my apartment, the city, and just watch the big snowfall we were expecting in the next few days from the perspective of a warm, light-filled lounge somewhere in the hills. I had a vision. Not only was it the impulse that I felt inside, but I also knew we were in specific astrological alignments that also signaled the end and completion of a cycle. Simultaneously, as it always is, the beginning of a new one. And I knew this while I was getting all this work done. And I really wanted the work and obligations behind me before heading into this transition. It also heralded the beginning of a new year in astrological terms, the first new moon of the year. Do you keep up with what's going on astrologically so that you can work with the energies of the universe? Everything falls into much better flow for you when you can keep up with the basics. I'm so glad I know about this, and I'm reminded of my first introduction into astrology when I was just 12 years old. My older sister had given me, for my birthday, a large blank poster with the design of all the astrological signs surrounding a great sun in the center. A set of felt-tip colored fine markers came with it, and I don't think I could have been in a higher heaven than when I was coloring in that poster. It was so beautiful, and I remember it to this day. But I didn't know anything about astrology at all. I'd never heard of it, in fact. But by intricately coloring in each of the signs, I was getting to know them. The Bull of Taurus, which I knew one of my other sisters was. My own sign, Aries, and the 4 other siblings that were Aries as well. As they went around the wheel, I was also simultaneously reading a book that had been recommended to me, Linda Goodman's Sun Signs. Wow. She was so gentle and kind in her teachings and also made it so enjoyable. Pretty soon, I knew about all the signs, and so many light bulbs turned on for me about family dynamics. From that point on, I was able to respect siblings and my parents by understanding who they were, what their attributes were, and how they too continued to contribute to the family with their own special gifts. My life has never been the same. For many, many years, I continued to study primarily to know and understand myself better, and also to understand other people and how to get along with them better as well. I still use these tools and techniques to this day. In any case, these days it's about keeping up with the transits, or what is happening in the sky at the moment that is affecting us all. Armed with this knowledge, I can literally plan when I'm going to do what work and when I will need to step back and do some spiritual interior work, when it is time to go out and explore, and when it is time to stay in and nurture my home. We all have these elements in our lives, turning in a cycle of continuity, and when you are aware, you can flow with the energies and feel much more at peace about the impulses you're feeling and how right on track you are. If you want to know more, there are more than a few people on YouTube might like to follow. Simply do a search about horoscopes, and so many will show up. Although I could tell you who I like, it's best that you find your own. Each astrologer will deliver this vital information in their own way, and whomever resonates the most for you will be the one you learn from the most. Currently, we are in a grand new cycle that will affect humanity for centuries to come. In looking at this important transition, I wanted my schedule to be free and clear so that I could really sink into this new moon. This would give me the mind and spiritual space to allow the universe to give me whatever it wanted to, as I was consciously freed up to receive. In these days and weeks especially, we have the power to set some very high intentions for ourselves. So what we communicate to the universe is very important. If we can identify all of our highest intentions, they have a very good possibility of coming to fruition. Do you allow yourself to dream? To dream really big about what you were born to do here at this time on our planet? This is what I mean by spiritual self-care. We need to take time out at the appropriate times to take care of ourselves in the highest way possible. Give attention to our spirit. Your soul is in constant communication with God, and therefore your soul has all the information on your creativity, your potential, your challenges, and how to resolve them. So often when we are talking about self-care, the conventional thought goes to body care, everything to do with your body, massages, energy work, healing modalities, etc. For some people, walking outside or eating well is self-care. And yes, of course, that is one level of self-care, and it is true. But let's start thinking in terms of the nature and complexity of all our various parts which make us up as a whole. We have the physical body, our mental body, the emotional body, and our spiritual body. Each of these are very distinct and have different functions and needs. Now, if we were to focus on each one of these bodies individually, we could find ourselves with a lot to do to take care of ourselves. Ideally, what we want to be paying attention to is that we take care of each of these bodies as the need arises. Do you think you're doing that? Paying attention to caring for your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being? What I find is that the physical body is the densest of all, and then next in density is the mental. Our emotional bodies are very high and near to our spiritual essence. This is why so often we are guided to be paying attention to our emotions as guidance to what our spirit would like to communicate to us. What's going on in your mind that continues to bother you are signals from your emotional body that there are parts of it that need healing. And do you know what? Your spiritual essence flows through all of our other bodies continually. It flows down through your emotional body, your mental body, and finally, your physical body. We are spiritual beings. So would you like a shortcut on how to take care of all parts of yourself? Focus on your spiritual self-care. listening to, nurturing communication with, and paying attention to communicating with your eternal spiritual nature will be and is the key to well-being in all areas of your life. All parts of yourself benefit. All things you care about and are concerned about can be held and cared for within your spiritual essence. For most people, they think they don't have time for this. It will mean meditating, journaling, and taking time out when your spiritual nature is telling you to take time out. If you'd like a free course I have on this called 3 Keys to a Greater Connection with Source, you can get it at the link in the description. Not all times are for activities. Not all times are for generating new ideas or projects or creations. Not all times are just for body maintenance, like eating, sleeping, and other forms of physical self-care. At times, we must be with our spirits. We must cultivate a relationship with it, all on our own. Almost all traditions call for a day of rest during the week so that we can cultivate our relationship with God, Spirit, and our faith. And yes, there are spiritual communities that we can belong to that are so wonderful for finding other people that share the same beliefs and philosophies that we do. What I am suggesting is that in addition to that communal support, sit with yourself and connect with your own spirit daily. And when it feels like it's time, go on a retreat. Plan it ahead. Know that you will be going away at this time and fully immersing yourself in that sole task of communing with your spirit. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Okay, I think I'm going to be planning group retreats in the future, and I can't wait to do that. This weekend was so fruitful for me, and my heart is so full now and replenished. I want to offer you the opportunity to get assistance in identifying what will be the highest and best for you in this coming year, in this new human cycle for the evolution of our species. Wouldn't you want to participate in that as much as you can? I asked what I could do to do that, and I was guided that many people just want to, quote, dip their toe and have a smaller commitment with me right now. Perhaps a single issue they're looking for clarity on would help them immensely. So many coaches and mentors are out there at this time. How can you know who to work with? It's my aim to build trust and then support. So here's the offer. Now that I am cleared in so many ways, both my schedule and my mind, I'm so excited to start the year off with some new offers. If you're new to my work, have no fear. My message to you is always timely, and the support I extend is upfront as the main focus of my newsletters. And at the same time, I am really aware that people could use some help out there. So from time to time, I will let you know what's out there for you to take advantage of and what it can do for you. My offers come and go depending on my schedule. Not all things are open all the time. If you're on my list, you will always be the first to know what's available when before I share it later on social media to a much wider audience. So to start off this new lunar year, this new cosmic cycle, I have a brand new offering. It's 90 minutes with me where we can focus together on anything that is on your mind, your heart, or what your spiritual guidance is telling you. Not sure what your spiritual guidance is telling you? I can mentor you through that very delicately as well. Want some focus for your work, for your next intentions this year, or just don't even know where to start? All of these can be addressed in one of these sessions. It's amazing what another set of eyes and ears can do for you. Remember, We are moving into a time when spiritual individuals are going to be sought after to help guide those who are awakening. If you have a strong spiritual nature and years of experience in working on yourself, you might want to be ready, willing, and available for this new onslaught of individuals who will suddenly be waking up and needing assistance. If you want to assist with helping humanity evolve forward, have your offers, internet presence, and monetary income systems all set up. Does this sound at all interesting to you? Spend 90 minutes of focused time to really delve into what is front and center on your mind these days. What do you want to create, shift, or transform? Here are a few topics we might be able to cover for you. Navigating relationships, solving hard-to-resolve health issues with the right guidance on how to proceed, plan a new business, upgrade how you share your current offerings, dial in who it is exactly that you want to work with this year, heal some struggles within. You may have something else in mind specific to you that is not listed here and what you want to address. If that's the case, just send me an email at the link in the description and give me a brief outline about it. Remember, your soul, your spirit is on your side, and I am guided to assist you in this very focused session. Here's a few details. I will be accepting a limited number of individuals for this offer and will stop when I feel it is full. The next time I offer it, in a few months, the price will be higher and the time frame will likely be cut down to 60 minutes, not 90. Your 90-minute session will include a 10-minute break at the appropriate time. Once your purchase is complete, you'll be sent to my online booking calendar to choose a time that works best for both of us. At the time of this recording, the cost is just $199 and can be purchased at the link in the description. Why am I doing this so much lower than my regular offers? I've been guided through this entire offer. It's literally an opportunity for people who don't know what it would be like to work with me to get a chance to experience it at a very comfortable price point. Since I don't know who's out there, but Spirit does, this is what I was guided to do. It's also a great kickstart to this new year and new cycle we're in. And I want you to understand how important it is to reset and up-level your own life and activities at this time. Set your intentions to guide you through to manifesting them. See the link to purchase and to book this very special and powerful session. Consider investing in yourself with this and see what a delight it is to be supported by higher guidance that believes in you so much. Much love and many blessings, Suzanne.